In this video, we will learn about a very useful tool with which we can either add or subtract volume. This tool is called Presspull, and just like the extrude tool, it creates a surface when it is used in open two-dimensional objects and solids when it is used in closed two-dimensional objects. However, contrary to the extrude tool, it can also subtract volumes. You can find the Presspull tool in the modeling panel of the home ribbon, or you can type Presspull in the command line and press Enter to activate it. To get a better picture of how this tool works, I will move on to some examples. At first, I will activate the Presspull tool. Once it is active, AutoCAD displays the message Select an object or bounding area. In this example, I will select the polyline. Then, another message prompts me to specify the extrusion height. So, I will type 10 and press Enter to define the height. Notice that I created a solid object whose shape was defined by the polyline's profile. In this case, the Presspull tool works like the extrude tool, which we learned in the previous lesson. Presspull does not deactivate automatically, so I will press Escape to deactivate it. Now I will activate Presspull again. This time, though, I will not click on the polyline itself, but I will click inside the region between the polyline and the circles. Notice that Presspull automatically detects and highlights the closed region. Once I click, I will move the cursor upwards, type the number 10, and press Enter to define the height. As you can see, this time the solid was created directly with 3 holes. At this point, I will show you how you can add or subtract volume from existing solids using Presspull. I will activate the tool again and move the cursor inside the rectangular region. Once the region is highlighted, I will click and move the cursor towards the solid. Instead of typing a height, I will make sure that I move the mouse far enough to fully penetrate the solid sides and click there. Notice that the volume of the rectangular region was subtracted from the solid object. This is a quick and easy way to create window openings, for example. In the next example, I will extrude the circle to add a cylindrical volume to the other side of the object. To do this, I will activate the command and click inside the circular region. Now I have to specify the height. I will define the height by clicking, like I did in the previous example, only this time I will not move the cursor towards the solid, but in the opposite direction. Now I can either type the exact height or click to define it. I will click and notice that a cylinder was created. Before we finish the lesson, I should mention that when the edges of a polyline or a curve intersect with each other, the polyline cannot be extruded with neither Presspull nor extrude. On such occasions, the message cannot sweep or extrude a self-intersecting curve appears, and the tool deactivates automatically. However, you can use Presspull to extrude the inner region.